Hi everybody, I'm Nina with Sharing a Journey. Welcome. Today is a part of my gadget series. We're talking about microcurrent facial machines, and today I'm reviewing the MyoLift Mini. Now the MyoLift Mini is the product that you would typically find in an esthetician's office. The Mini was originally made to be used by estheticians for travel purposes or for purposes of going maybe to a client's home. Because of the way that it's made, it is now available to people to use at home. So I am not an esthetician. I am just a regular home user, and I've learned to use my MyoLift, and I'd love to give you my thoughts on both microcurrent facials and the MyoLift itself. So first, let's talk about why we would want to do a microcurrent facial. As a woman of a certain age, I am looking to do things that are non-surgical, things I can do at home, and things that will stimulate collagen production and maybe ward off going under the knife or something more drastic, at least as long as I can. And so for me, trying a microcurrent machine was one of those things that seemed like a no-brainer. However, there are some contraindications to consider. This is electrocurrent, and for some, the electrocurrent can cause the feeling of possibly getting a migraine headache, some thyroid issues if you run it on your thyroid area, which is not encouraged. And for some, they say they get a feeling of a fluttering heartbeat. I have not experienced those things. I did use a different device on my neck and did find that it did cause some problems with my thyroid. I do have a thyroid condition, so I simply do not use these devices on my neck. The MyoLift I use on this part of my neck or my chin, my jaw area, but I don't go below into the thyroid area. I have never had migraine headaches as a result of this, nor have I had any kind of heart issues with using this device. So that would be that is like my personal experience with the contraindications. But if you've had any of those problems, I would strongly discourage you from trying devices of this type. What do microcurrents do? They help to smooth and tighten the muscles and ligaments in the face. They help to lift, they boost collagen, and they expedite cellular renewal using the mini or nano currents that are transmitted through the metal heads on this particular device, or if you've used a NuFace or see the NuFace or some of the other handheld devices for home use, you'll see that they have the balls that glide across your face. Now you do need a conducting gel for all of these devices. Most of them come with a gel, and then once you've used that up, you purchase more on your own. With the with the MyoLift, there are many additional features that you don't find on some of the others. The on-off switch is up at the top here. It has the two wands that you use to do a number of different patterns of holding and rejuvenating, and it also has intensities that you can control, and you can see the level of your how much current you're using, and so you can keep track, and as you go along you can build up. It also has a time feature, so you can see how much time you're spending on each area of the face, and then it also has two different ways that the current is kind of conducted. One is what they're calling an erase method, and the other one is called educate, and that's to help stimulate muscles and the muscle development. The MyoLift comes with a also a guide, and in the guide they go into detail about exactly how to go about using the device for every section of your face. And you simply apply your gel and then turn on the device, and then you'll see that there are a variety of patterns that are used in order to conduct the currents and to help guide them to the specific musculature of your face. Now, what I've found with this particular device is that it is a little bit more sophisticated, a little bit maybe stronger current. The results last longer, and so when you have used this on a weekly basis or every other day for a while, I found that now I only need to use it a couple of times a month. And if I feel like I want to lift an area, like I have this side of my face tends to kind of go downward more, if I feel like I want to lift that a little bit, then I will go ahead and just run a series just to this area to lift it, and maybe to the side of my face to add a little lift or more symmetry. And I might do that maybe once a week, depending on how I feel. But I found that the MyoLift is, while it may take a little bit more getting used to in terms of learning how to use the wands and where to place them and that sort of thing, that the results tend to last a little bit longer, and you can be more specific exactly where you want to place and make some of the improvements to your face and skin. So the device itself, I have used from January to present, January 2020, and we're now into April 2020, and I've been using it. When I first got it, I used it very regularly. Now I use it 2 to 3 times a month, and it's still maintaining the results from that early use of it, on the more regular basis. Now, what do I think in terms of microcurrents, like the pricing and so forth? As I've said in other videos with regard to microcurrent, going to a salon or a spa or an esthetician for a microcurrent facial, you would be paying anywhere from $250 to $500 per treatment. They typically will do a weekly treatment in a package, maybe a month's worth. Oftentimes they will provide it in amongst other salon treatments. It depends. However, I found that my MyoLift was very reasonably priced and less than a single treatment at the spa, and I can use it at any time that I want to. It's lightweight. It's meant to travel, so you could literally take it apart and pop it into your suitcase. It doesn't take up a lot of room, nor do the other at-home electrocurrent or microcurrent devices. I have another one. I have the New Face, both of which you could easily take traveling with you to maintain your results. So to me, the investment in money, it pays for itself very quickly. In terms of an investment of time, a typical treatment is about 20 minutes. I usually do this once a week or once every other week on a Saturday morning. Get out of the shower, apply the gel, go through and do the whole face. There are many YouTube videos that explain how to do it, so you could just pop on a video and have an esthetician walk you through it. So from that standpoint, it is, to me, using microcurrent is sort of a no-brainer. It is one of those things that definitely rejuvenates, uplifts. I've seen great results, and I really, really love my microcurrent machines. So Gosh, yeah. So that sort of wraps up the review of the MyoLift. If you're interested in the new face, I've done a video on the new face, and you can check it out in the notes below or up here. And that sort of sums up my microcurrent facial review of the MyoLift Mini. I'd love to have you continue along and subscribe, so please come back and check us out. Thank you.